States for your first and last name for the record.
Keegan Carney, Kegancarney.
You may inquire.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Carney, where are you employed?
Washington County Sheriff's Office.
And how long have you been employed there?
Here.
And what capacity are you currently employed?
The Deputy Sheriff Road Patrol Division.
And were you working on April 25th, 2025?
Say, was I or where?
Was you? Were you working on April 24th of 2025?
Yes, I was working in Ypsilanti Township.
And were you dispatched to a 1463 Glengrove Street in Ypsilanti, Michigan?
Yes.
And what was the nature of that dispatch?
I was advised that a mother was calling stating that her son had been assaulted by his father.
And then you went to 1463 Glengrove Street?
I did.
And did you come into contact with anyone once you arrived at 1463?
Yes, I did.
Who'd you come in contact with?
That would be Reese Palin and Zion Branscombe.
Did you observe anything about Zion Branscombe at that time?
I did immediately. I observed his shirt to be torn at the collar, and his neck had red marks on it. Lay on the, I believe, the left side of his neck. Collar.
What happened after that? What did you do next?
Interviewed both of them. Reese didn't have a whole lot of information. She did state that there was mention of text messages sent from subject that she was concerned about regarding her son. Those text messages involved Robert being upset to some capacity.
Okay.
I interviewed Zion regarding the incident. He stated that there was a physical altercation between him and Robert. He would advise me that Robert is his father.
Okay. Did you then later come into contact with the Robert Branscombe? And where was Robert when you found or when you spoke with him?
I believe the address would be 237.
Was it at 237 Michigan? And is Robert Branscombe in the courtroom today?
Yes, yes.
Could you please point to him and tell the court something he's wearing?
He's wearing a white shirt.
Your Honor, let the record reflect that the witnesses identified the defendant.
Record shall so reflect without objection.
And did you ask Robert about the incident?
I did.
And what did he have to say?
He advised me that he didn't have a whole lot to say, but he did state that there was some altercation between him and Zion. He advised me that he was trying to tame Zion from Zion running away from whatever.
And did you notice surveillance cameras on the front of the home? Was it a Ring camera?
I would, from what I saw, I would call it a Ring camera.
Your Honor, this time I'd like to show the court just a brief 1-minute video.
All right.
This time, I don't think proper foundation has been set.
Hold on. You're objecting to the video.
Being shown, being entered into evidence
On the basis.
on the basis of lack of foundation. I think, Your Honor, this video was sent to the police officer later on as a supplemental report by somebody named Felon. Don't know who that person is. I don't know if this video has been tampered with. I don't know if this is a reenactment or something else. I have no way of knowing. This was not part of the original police report. And as I said, somebody named Felon sent it over to the officer with no other information.
The video is time-stamped, Your Honor, and I do believe that the officer would be able to testify that this is an accurate portrayal of the video that he received. It does have the Ring watermark and the timestamp, as I previously stated, and it's very.
Where did it come from?
It's from the Ring doorbell camera from the 2378 Briardale court address. Counsel is correct that this was received from another party.
When you say from another party.
Well, not party in the legal sense, Your Honor, but another individual.
From what?
Another individual, Your Honor, who provided this footage to the officer.
The camera's located at what, 2378?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, that's the address I have for the defendant.
Correct, Your Honor.
So is that his Ring camera?
I don't know if the defendant is the owner of the home or if it's his Ring camera, one that he owns. I just know that it was on the front of the home at the time of the incident. And it is what the officer received.
Who sent it?
Ask the officer.
You can go ahead and ask the officer.
Tell the court who sent you this video.
I can't say for certain the email. I can't recall what the email was, but it was an email believed to belong to a subject named Ellen French, I think. I spoke to over the phone, which was, I believe, documented in my initial report. It had the camera footage. I was advised by Robert that Ellen was his girlfriend at the time.
And then that person sent you the Ring camera footage.
It is believed to be her, yes.
So this came through an email to you?
Yes, Your Honor.
That's how you got it? How do I determine that this is authentic?
I think it's very clear from the video that it is Zion in it. You can see his face very clearly. Again, it is time stamped with the Ring watermark.
Okay, but let's assume all of that's to be true. Right? What authenticates that to be what you say it is?
I don't have an answer for you, Your Honor.
And I'm not going to allow it. I think there are serious issues when we receive something that way. And I mean, there may have been some additional follow-up, maybe not, but I don't know.
Sure. Nothing further from the people.
Cross-examination.
You said you're an officer of the Washington County Sheriff's Officer. That's correct, right?
Yes.
And you said you've been doing it for about a year and a half? On the Road Control Division?
Road Patrol.
Road Patrol Division. Okay, thank you. You arrived on the scene after this alleged altercation took place, correct?
I did.
You didn't observe any assault going on, correct?
No.
You didn't observe anybody acting disorderly, correct?
No.
Okay. Were you the first officer to arrive?
Myself and my partner.
Okay. How many witnesses were on the scene when you arrived?
More than 3.
Is it more than 3, or would it be safe to say more than 5?
Possibly more than 5.
Did you interview any of those bystanders?
No.
Did you interview them at any time?
There was one subject that was questioned later on. I can't say for certain if he was there at the time.
Okay. And that witness told you that he saw Zion approach Robert upset and that Zion may have grabbed Robert. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Did you get this witness's information or name or anything about them?
No, I was carrying a conversation with Robert at the time as well.
And you didn't get this name or information because that witness is what they were telling you was in favor of Robert. Is that right?
Negative.
Okay. And you didn't interview any other bystanders or witnesses to the incident, right?
None were left on the scene.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you. Any redirect?
Nothing further.
All right. Thank you, Deputy. You may step down. Any additional witnesses for the people?
No. Nothing.
Any witnesses for the defense? All right. Do I have a motion?
Yes, Your Honor, this time we will provide over on count one, child abuse in the third degree. I do believe that the testimony from Zion Grants provide that first, that he is the child of the defendant, Robert Branscombe, and second, that the defendant either knowingly or intentionally caused physical harm to him. Zion testified that he came to the home, 2378, Ryerdale in the city of Ypsilanti, Michigan, in Washtenaw County. And upon attempting to enter the home, he got into an altercation with his father, the defendant, that the defendant then grabbed him and grabbed him. They fell off the porch together and then placed his hands around the throat of Zion. And further, Your Honor, Zion also testified that he is 13, thereby satisfying the Michigan criminal jury instructions for child abuse in the third degree. They offer their argument for rebuttal.
Your Honor, at this time we would be moving to dismiss. I don't believe the people have satisfied their burden. They didn't show whether he knowingly or whether my client knowingly or intentionally committed a harm. The only testimony you heard was from Zion, who's unfortunately his testimony was full of holes and inconsistencies. At one point he said he did go to school, and he admitted that he didn't go to school, admitted that his father didn't want him out. Then he said, oh no, that's not true. So Your Honor, I don't believe the burden has been proven at all, and we would move to dismiss at this time.
The court, after hearing testimony in this case, does believe that the people have stayed their burden. The testimony, and certainly it creates an issue of fact as it regards, is an issue of fact that should go to a fact finder in this case. Is the testimony of Zion reveals his dad was upset because he thought he was doing something, or at least that's from his perspective. He gets there and then indicates that he was grabbed by his father, pushed off of a porch. His father's on top of him. The father, being the defendant, is on top of him, and at some point places his hands around his neck and causes scratches to his Zion's arms, and also red marks and other marks around the neck area, which Zion testified to. Court believes that that is satisfactory, at least for the purposes of preliminary examination, to bind the defendant over to stand trial. Therefore, the defendant is bound over to circuit court on the single count.
We acknowledge receipt of information, and we would request the transcript to be sent to our office.
Okay, you waive formal reading.
Yes, Your Honor.
And your client stands mute to the charge.
Yes.
Defendant ever waive formal reading, standing mute. Court will enter a not guilty plea. Pre-trial in this matter will be set for
August 13th, 2025 at 1:30 with Judge Conlon.
August 13th, 2025, 1:30 before Judge Conlon. Bond with its conditions will continue. All right, thank you. If you need to put a transcript, then talk to Mr. Wilding about that. All right.
Could you state your name for the court?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Clifton Levi Watson Jr. Thank you.
And Your Honor, it is a time separate preliminary examination. At this time, people are unable to proceed as to count one and would ask that count two be recognized for the court.
And Your Honor, we would move to dismiss count one.
People will be unable to proceed on count one. I'll continue the defendant's not guilty plea as to count two. I will then set a pretrial date before Judge Barr on
July 10th, 2025 at 8:30.
July 10, 2025. What time?
8:30.
8:30 before Judge Barr.
Your Honor, may I address bond?
Briefly, yeah.
Okay. Mr. Watson does have a separate address. He is a father, and he's been really struggling with his mental health and with his physical health since he's been incarcerated. He does deny the allegations. This is the only case he has in Washington County. He does have a few holds, but he understands that he would have to go. But I have been in touch with his attorney in Wayne County, who is very optimistic that he wouldn't actually be held in custody on his Wayne County hold. He has been struggling with his mental health and his physical health here. He would be able to comply with the no contact order. He has a separate address, separate residence. He's willing to do a GPS tether. He just wants to be able to take care of his children and himself out of custody.
Your Honor, I'm going to object to any modification of bond. In this case, he does have a hold on a wing where his bond is denied. He also violated his bond while in custody by calling the victim 7 times and attempting to call her, I believe, 9 times, but not this one. He already violated his bond while in custody. And given the fact of this case, I would ask that bond remain as set.
Anything else?
Only that I don't have a copy of those phone calls. His phone privileges were revoked at the probable cause conference. Unfortunately, I mean, I can't really speak to it because I don't have the calls.
Motion for bond reduction is denied. Bond will.
Thank you, Your Honor.